I feel like this video is going to be quite long and also difficult in parts to shoot for me because I'm delving into some really personal things here. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about body confidence and body positivity. Now this is a subject which is very close to my heart. This is a video I've thought about doing for a long time now, and because I've been talking about this subject a lot more on my Instagram, I thought I should do a video about it where I'm able to sort of put forth all my thoughts and my journey into one place. If you're someone who is not happy with their body or who doesn't feel confident in how they look, I hope this video helps you. For me, it's been a really long journey, starting somewhere in my early teens to now. I'm 30 now, and it's been a really long journey of sort of starting out with not really feeling good about my body, not feeling confident, not feeling beautiful, and to coming to this stage now where I don't really associate my self-worth, my self-esteem, and my value to my appearance. So going back into a bit about like my sort of history with my weight, I think that's really relevant and important here. I feel like this video is going to be quite long and also difficult in parts to shoot for me because I'm delving into some really personal things here, but I really want to help you all who sort of feel like how I used to feel, that I'm not good enough, not beautiful enough, if I'm not thin enough. As a child, I wasn't overweight. I remember being conscious about my weight when I was around 12, 13. That's when I think I started putting on a little weight, and that's my earliest memories of being conscious of how I look. I was diagnosed with PCOD when I was 18. This was back in 2007, and I was diagnosed at a stage where I had to undergo surgery immediately because I had two very large cysts in my ovaries. So the weight gain, a lot of the secondary attributes that come with PCOD, like a lot of hair growth on the body, oily skin, all of those things were linked to my PCOD, and I never knew about it in my teenage years. I was conscious of my weight, but I didn't really associate my entire identity with how I looked. I was a really studious child. I did academically really well in school. So for me, that was more part of my identity rather than how I looked. But there was always this sort of thing at the back of my mind that, oh, once I've cleared my exams, once I've cleared IIT, once I am in college, that is when I can sort of focus on losing weight, and right now it's not really a priority. I lost a bit of weight after my surgery once the cysts were removed. I lost more weight once I came to college because I was living away from home. I was eating hostel food. I was very active. I had like basketball classes. I used to run on the campus. So I lost quite a bit of weight during my college years. That was like when I was at my thinnest, you could say. So over the years I have like yo-yoed a lot. My weight has gone up and down, and my self-esteem has gone up and down, linked exactly to my weight. Then a couple of years back, I was again at a point where I was not happy with my body. I used to feel very, very conscious of my weight all the time. I had been doing YouTube for a few years now, and so people would comment on that, oh, you've put on weight, you used to look so much prettier earlier, but now why have you become fat, you don't look as nice. So these were sort of the comments I was dealing with. So through most of my 20s, I was not happy with my body at all. I did not feel beautiful. I always felt like I needed to be thinner. I needed to it was hard to enjoy food because food was a punishment and exercise was a punishment. I constantly received that kind of messaging from the people around me as well as from media that I needed to lose weight. And even now I get a lot of comments on my social media that, oh, you have a really pretty face but you need to slim down a bit, or oh, you would look so much more beautiful if you lost a bit of weight. People have like said to me in person, not just online, कि बस 8-10 किलो भी आप कम कर लो तो बहुत अच्छे दिखोगे. Like, you know, people like giving unsolicited weight loss advice. I think we associate beauty, confidence, happiness, desirability, everything with this certain, you know, ideal, a certain ideal of having the perfect body, of being, you know, a certain weight. There's this very narrow gap of what is not too thin and not fat, which is considered an acceptable standard of beauty. And funnily enough, people also associate it with a standard of health. Like if you are thin, you are healthy, or you're fit, which is completely wrong. People can have different body shapes. Someone can be bigger, someone can be smaller, but that has nothing to do with how healthy or fit they are. And this whole concept of body diversity, that people with different body shapes and body sizes can still be healthy and fit. I heard about this for the first time from Rujita Devekar, who is a very popular nutritionist. If you haven't heard of her, I'm going to link her Instagram in the description box. And I've gone to a few of her events, and I really find what she talks about is so sensible. It's backed by science, and it doesn't involve you starving yourself to kind of reach this idealistic standard of health and beauty. So I talked about how most of my 20s I was really unhappy with myself. I did not feel confident. I did not feel beautiful. I felt like this fat girl who needed to lose a lot of weight to be beautiful, confident, and happy. So this is the story we been told, and that we tell ourselves, that all these things, not just health, but you know, beauty, confidence, desirability, attractiveness, happiness, all of it is linked to a certain weight or a certain appearance of your body. For me, that sort of change came or started coming. It's like it's a journey, it takes time. A few years ago, when I was just tired of like hating my body. That's the easiest way to put it. And I was coming out of a really long period of depression. I was also recovering from my divorce at that point. So I just desperately wanted to be happy. And I just thought to myself, if this is the one thing, my weight, if this is the only thing that's now stopping me from being happy, either I accept it or I change it. But it seemed like such a silly thing. And the funny thing is, I was able to focus on my health and my fitness a lot more when I stopped associating sort of my self-worth with my weight. That's when I was able to eat healthier, make changes to my lifestyle to, you know, be healthier. Once I stopped doing all of this for the sake of changing my appearance. So I eat pretty healthy now, but I eat things in moderation. It's not like I punish myself if I'm eating something unhealthy once in a while. So I feel like my relationship with food has improved so much, because food is now to nurture yourself, to be enjoyed, and it's not a means of punishing yourself or depriving yourself. I don't focus on losing weight at all. I focus on eating foods that make me feel good. So I have cut out some things from my diet which used to make me feel really tired or bloated or foggy. So I eat things that make me feel well, that make me feel alert and don't give me any of this sort of like bloating and all these issues. I enjoy indulgent things once in a while, and I don't feel guilty about it. I'm someone who loves cooking. I love feeding others as well. So overall, I feel once I've sort of dissociated food with, again, my appearance, my relationship with food is so much healthier. My relationship with exercise is a lot healthier because I now exercise to, feel more flexible, to feel less lethargic, to feel mentally more alert. Because for me, the benefits, the mental health benefits of exercise are just so important, because I know my mood will change the moment I work out. So my relationship with exercise is now so much healthier, and just the feeling of being able to enjoy food without thinking I need to burn this off later is such a relief. A meal can just be a meal, which doesn't have to be used as punishment later. You don't have to exercise as punishment to make up for enjoying a meal. I think there's such an unhealthy concept of like, health professionals will tell you these things, and I was told these things कि बस 3-4 महीने ऐसे खा लो weight loss diet, उसके बाद एक बार weight कम हो जाएगा, फिर जो खाना है खा लो. That kind of mentality, which is so damaging to your mindset, because firstly it creates a very unhealthy relationship with food, and secondly it also gives you that message that this body is not valuable, it's not worthy of love, it's not worthy of nourishment. You have to punish yourself and torture yourself and put yourself through this short period, and then you can just do whatever you want, because now you've kind of achieved the ideal weight. So for me, that realization has been just so helpful for me, for my confidence, for my body image, for my self-worth, that I can work on my health, on my fitness, and make it about my health and fitness, and not about trying to achieve some ideal of thinness or an ideal weight to get validation from other people. Another thing that has really helped me in feeling more confident about myself and my body is that not kind of dissociate my entire identity with how I look. So reminding myself of all the other, wonderful things about me that I admire. Like, I'm really proud of my intellect. I think I'm a very intelligent person. I really like that. I also think I'm a very strong person. I'm very kind to others. And I think I have a really good sense of humor. So sometimes you have to just remind yourself of all these other amazing things about yourself that equally or even more important than what you look like. And this is not just necessarily for your weight, but it could be anything else about your appearance and that you feel overwhelmingly conscious about. You have to just remind yourself that there is so much more to you than this one aspect of your appearance that you are sort of beating yourself up about. And I will say, this is not something that happens overnight. How you see yourself, how you perceive yourself, what value you put on yourself, and what you see in the mirror, and on the things that you don't see in the mirror, it's not something that happens overnight. It's a journey. It takes time. You have to be kinder to yourself than you already are. You have to be more accepting of yourself, and also you have to remind yourself, like, what you see in the mirror or what's on the weighing scale is not an accurate measure of health or fitness. So it is possible to work on health and fitness and not make it all about your appearance. I enjoy dressing up so much more now than I used to earlier. Earlier, I feel like I used to dress to sort of cover up and now I dress just to enjoy the process of dressing up. I feel more attractive and more desirable now than I've ever felt before in my life, and I also feel more comfortable sexually because I've learned to accept my body more. And that's something that we need to realize. Fashion and style is not just for thin people. Confidence is not just for thin people. Enjoying sex is not just for thin people. And happiness is not just for thin people. All of these things, you have an equal right to feeling and enjoying all of these things, no matter what shape your body is. I don't own a weighing scale, and I feel like I've come a long way from measuring myself every single day, and also like measuring my waist and my like body measurements every 2 or 3 days. From that to now measuring like my health on parameters which are completely different: how well I'm sleeping, how regular my periods are, what my energy levels are, how my skin, my hair, my mood, all of these things are feeling. These are the things that I now sort of measure my health against, rather than anything on the weighing scale or any sort of measuring scale. I'm also really conscious of the people I follow online. I don't really follow a lot of people who sort of perpetuate this idea of thin is beautiful, or who constantly talk about weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. I find that that's just, it doesn't help me. I follow people with a lot of different body types. I follow a lot of influencers who have more curvy body like me, so I can see what kind of style they're into, how they're dressing themselves. So I'd suggest you do that as well. If constantly looking at very thin, perfect bodies on social media is bringing you down because you're comparing yourself to that, try to just kind of shift a bit, and just take more notice of the people you follow, and maybe follow people who resemble your body more, and who talk about body diversity and body positivity. There are a lot of things I will continue to work on as far as my fitness and my health is concerned. I don't think you should let go of that, no matter what age, what size, or what weight you are. So ultimately, I feel like feeling attractive, feeling sexy, feeling beautiful, and feeling confident in yourself is a combination of a lot of different things, and a lot of it has to do with your mindset and how you see yourself, rather than what exactly the mirror shows. Because there are a lot of people who are thin and who are considered, by society standards, the ideal weight and ideal bodies, but they are still unhappy with themselves. So happiness, confidence, attractiveness, all of this, it's not really linked to your body. Continue to work on your health and your fitness, but just remember that your self-worth is not a measure of how much you weigh or what your body looks like. I feel like I've just rambled on for so long, but I hope this video was helpful for you. If there's anything that I haven't talked about, please do write to me in the comment section, and I'll try my best to respond to you as early as I can. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you soon in my next one. Bye.